Hi everyone, welcome back to my video chats, and today I'm going to review the Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation by Tarte. I got this foundation in a really good deal that I'll show you in a second, and I've used it a couple of times, and I had to use it again just to give an honest review. At first I can say I didn't really like it because it's a mess. It didn't come with a spatula to get it out or anything. You can buy the brush with a spatula on the other side, but I hate having to buy a brush for every single foundation I have. I think that's just silly. So I finally got the idea to put it on the back of my hand and use it with a brush the first time. And I stippled it on like I'm used to doing, and it didn't seem to work that great for me. It was okay, but I had way more foundation than I usually like to use. So today, actually, I used the same method, only I didn't put nearly as much on the back of my hand, and I used a damp beauty blender to blend it in, and that I really did like. I would say it's definitely medium to full coverage, leaning more towards the full coverage side. And once you get used to working with it, I think you'll really like it. It came in a bag like this. You got to pick your bag. You got to pick 7 different things, and it was for $63. Tarte does this once every 6 months on their website, and it is an amazing deal. So I picked this unicorn bag. I thought it was so pretty. Then in the bag, you got to choose your foundation. So I chose the Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation because it's different than any foundation I've ever used before. I had been warned that it was messy, so I was prepared for that. Let me see if I can show you the consistency of this foundation, if I can get that off. You can actually see this, see how it's, like I said, a lot of it's right on the edge there. And I've just been using this stuff on here because I didn't really even need to get it out of the container itself. So I'm just going to put a very little bit on the back of my hand here. And I don't know if you can see that real great, but it does do some pretty good coverage. And this was a little tiny dot, and I'm still rubbing, still rubbing it in. If I had a damp beauty blender, I probably wouldn't have to rub quite this much, but blending, I'm going to blend it down onto my wrist here. But as you can see, it doesn't soak in real quickly, even with just a little tiny bit here. So it's finally getting in, but it does dry down. We'll leave that a second to dry down. It does dry down fairly quickly, and it dries to definitely not an oily consistency, thank goodness, or I wouldn't like it at all. I have fairly dry skin, so it feels very good on my dry skin, and I really like that. So that is my review of the Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation from Tarte. I would definitely give it a thumbs up, and I would say, you know, if you want full coverage, definitely give it a try because, I mean, look at the back of my hand. It's pretty good. I really like it once you get used to working with it. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually like applying it with a damp beauty blender versus a brush for this particular foundation, and you won't hardly ever hear me say that. Just a real quick, what else was in my bag was, this is the Fiber Lash Mascara from Tarte. And it's supposed to be very comparable to the Too Faced, I can't even remember what the Too Faced is called, but make you look like you have false eyelashes on. And that is hopefully what it does. I have not lost my eyelashes yet, so I hate to put anything on them that might cause them harm, but I will try this and let you know what I think of it. I thought I'd try something a little different since there was like probably 4 or 5 different mascaras to try. So I decided to try that one. Then also there was a blush to try, and I thought instead of trying the powdered blushes like I always do, I don't have this one on today. I have a different Tarte blush on, a powdered blush. I would try the stick blush, the stick cream blush. Now I had somebody tell me that they thought this went on pretty sheer. I chose a pretty dark color. It's a rosy red or something like that. And actually, I really liked this. I didn't have to put it on the back of my hand to apply it. I just put it straight on my face, and it blended out so well. And I will do maybe a little bit more of an in-depth discussion on this blush, and try it again because I've only tried it once, and I'd like to have a little bit more input on it than that. But I would say if you like a cream blush, but you're a little bit afraid of a cream blush, then go ahead and try this particular cream blush because it's not bad at all. And I know they have some lighter colors for you too. I just had kind of a theme going on. Then the next thing I got was you got your choice of brush. And I have very few blush brushes, so I decided to choose their blush brush. If I didn't quite go far enough over to see their angled eyeliner brush, or I would have gotten that, and I kind of kicked myself for that, but I ended up buying it later to put on their pot foundation, or not pot foundation, I'm sorry, pot eyeliner. So I got that, and it's got the bamboo handle. And then I kind of had a theme going on again. I got the crayon, and this actually twists up, and it's in a rosy red too to match the blush because, like I said, I was kind of going for a theme, a rosy red glow kind of theme. And one day in a couple of weeks, I will do an entire look with everything that's in this bag, and of course, plus whatever else I can use. But this is in a rosy red, and you don't have to sharpen it. It rolls right up. So you got that. And then last, but certainly not least, I got their clay pot eyeliner. That's what it's called, clay pot eyeliner. And I haven't tried this yet, so I can't tell you if it's good or not. I've got one in Lucky Penny, and then this one in the rose gold to go with my rosy glow little thing. So I think it's going to be, I've heard great things about this eyeliner, and I am very excited to try it. And quite honestly, I would have used it today if I would have remembered to. I just didn't do that. But this was such an awesome deal from Tarte. 7 different products, full size, no deluxe samples, full size products, ladies, for $63. And as far as I can remember, they did it in November and then April. So I think if you can manage to sign up for their email, and they let you know, because this is only a 1-day deal. And the only thing I can complain about is it took me like 2 weeks to get this. I guess they're so overwhelmed that it takes them a long time to ship it, and I would have preferred they shipped it a little faster because I was excited to get it. So that's just a quick look at this little Tarte bag. And like I said, one of these days I'm going to do a look with every single thing in this bag, and I think I'm really excited to do that. Now, I don't want to get up on my soapbox, but the next thing I want to talk about is the elephant in the room. If you've noticed, I have a different hair color and hairdo every time I'm on camera. And that is because I alluded to it before, but I have cancer and I'm going through chemo right now, and I have lost all my hair. Now, fortunately, I have not lost all of my eyebrows, and I have not lost any of my eyelashes, which I think is great. And actually, it's not nearly as traumatic wearing a wig as I thought it would be, because I found some really good ones, and I kind of get my wig to go with my outfit. But the reason I mention this is because this wig and another wig I've worn on camera, the curlier one, or no, not the curlier one, I'm sorry, the one I wore in the last video, the straighter blonde brown mix, I have gotten at the Cancer Resource Center in our local hospital, well, not our local hospital, but our Denver hospital here in Aurora, Colorado. And they have a great cancer resource center there, and there's cancer resource centers all over the country, and they have these wigs for free, and they're very expensive wigs. And they have brand new wigs, they have previously donated wigs. This was a previously donated wig that I don't think anybody ever wore, because it's absolutely perfect, it's flawless, it's wonderful. And they give this to you all for free. And then they also have a program called Look Good, Feel Better, where they show you how to deal with the loss of your eyebrows and how to deal with the loss of your eyelashes, and really the fact that if you look good, you feel better. And they have like a 2-hour class that I haven't been privileged enough to take yet. And then they give you a bag full of donated makeup from companies all over the country. I know It Cosmetics is one of them that donate these full-size products for this bag, and you get all of this for free. And I just really wanted to encourage people to take notice of that, because like I said, all the wigs are free, and I plan on redonating every wig, whether I've bought it or whether I got it there in the first place. I plan on redonating my wigs, and I would just hope that any of you that have wigs that are in good shape, take them down to your local cancer resource center, and they would love to have them, because I mean, they need all the help they can get, because they provide some great services for all of us. And you know, and I am really lucky to have such a good support system and such good doctors. So just a little note to, you know, donate what you can, whether it be a wig or even monetary, whatever you feel like. If you can, just keep that in the back of your mind. And that is my video for today, and I am really, really grateful for everyone who has watched me and who is subscribing. And please don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and that's what'll keep me going. And I thank you so much, and have a great day, and I'll see you next time.